towel. A towel will be your prop for today, please. Right, Mudge? Go ahead. And it doesn't have to be like a crazy large towel, you guys. Something of this size will be totally fine. So thanks for coming. Get a towel if you have it. That's your homework. Not homework, I guess. That's your, in the next couple seconds to grab. And then we're going to start standing up. So thanks for being here, you guys. All right. I know, Mudge, you're excited too. All right, friends. So stand on up. Are you going to hang out with us? Maybe not? Okay. Stand on up. Thanks, Mudgy. And bring yourself to a position where you guys have room just to at least stretch overhead. My head's gonna get cut off, but you guys know it's kind of still somewhat there. So we're gonna go ahead, plant our feet down. Again, thanks for coming, you guys. Plant your feet down onto your mat or the floor. If you guys don't have a mat, that's okay. And then with or without your towel, so this is just like a regular kitchen towel, you're gonna extend and lift the arms up overhead. So you're gonna reach and stretch and then just lower it back down again. So I know it doesn't look like much, but what I want you to think about doing with or without this little prop is the backs of your shoulders. So when you guys lift up from the shoulders, think about pulling from the back part of the shoulder blades, lifting, feeling that reach, reach, reach. And then as you lower back down, you're then pulling back through and underneath those shoulder blades. So just do a couple more of those, you guys. Reach the arms up overhead, stretch. And again, if you don't have that towel, that is okay. Pretend like you do. But it just gives a little bit of pull on the back of those lats and dropping down as you extend forward. So it's just a light little tug on the towel if you guys have it. Plant the toes down, so feel your feet press firmly. And let's add a little bit more of that breath. So as you reach the arms up overhead, think about that nice, deep, big breath in. And then as you exhale, relax it back down, shoulders pull back down. One more time, you guys. Reach the arms up overhead, stretch. And then exhale back down. Now we're going to bring the shoulders up a little bit further to the ears and then drop it back down. Do that one more time. So you just pull the shoulders up from the ears a little bit and then drop it back down. Oh, hi, Mudge. And then bring the arms back over up overhead. And if your flexibility is limiting you on this one, like I know a couple of you guys, Charisse, Dave, be careful. You're going to want to soften the elbows a little bit. We're now going to do a little twist to the right. Bring it back center. I mean, if you've got the flexibility to straighten the arms, you guys do that. Then we'll twist to the left. Okay, Mudgy? So you're just doing that little twist to the side, feeling that range, upper body, and then other side. Good, you guys. One more time each side, that little twist. So you are rotating through the waist a little bit forward with the chest on that left and that right, and then bring it back into your center. And as you extend forward, I want you to flatten your back to go down. So you guys are flattening the back, reach, 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 and then relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Let the head drop, let the arms drop. You can let the hands go a little bit looser. And then we're going to firm back up on the hands slightly, and then start to round up again through your spine. Bringing the arms with you, so thinking about your shoulders, how they're pulling back with the muscles as you lengthen, reach, stretch, stretch, stretch up. And then relax, pull the shoulders back down, and then extend forward. So flattening out the back. And once you guys are in that flat back, then I want you to curve through your spine, drop it on down. And just let yourself chill here. Chill for a second. Let the head shake out to the left side, to the right side. And then let's lift up. Bend the knees, especially you guys that are really tight in hips. Bend those knees and straighten. And then bring it back on up, rounding through your spine. Letting the shoulders come with you slowly but surely. Reach, reach, reach. Once you guys are in that top extension on that reach position, soften the elbows a little bit, everybody. And then take another little twist to the right, and then a little bit of that twist to the left, bringing it back into your center position, and then just starting to pull the shoulders up and around like you're circling from the back of your shoulder blades and pulling, relaxing down, find that inhale, find that exhale, and then go the other way with it. So you guys are just pulling up and through in the shoulders, dropping it back down for 2, for 1, good, you guys, and then bring yourself back on down into that stretch. You can release the towel, so once you guys are in that forward fold, take your hands and walk them over to that left side. Hello. And then once you guys have had a second to let the hips open on that side, or if you're on the right side, that's okay. Soften the knees a little bit. Straighten the legs a little bit. You're not locking out the legs. You guys are just giving a little bend, a little extend. Letting the hips and lower back open up a little more. Reach with one hand towards that ankle and then gently twist on that side. And if this is already feeling not good, you guys, you don't have to reach the hand up. You can just start to look to that side of the room or that side of your mat to open up the hip a little bit. Big breath in, big breath out. See if you can rotate a little more open on that side so there's that twist through that side of your waist. And then drop it back on down. Walk the fingertips in the center. Do that little knee bend to the right, to the left. We're going to take that rounded spine up before we do the other side. So bringing yourself up. You don't need the towel or anything, you guys. Reach, 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 and then broaden the shoulders out. So open up from the rib cage. Let the arms then float back down to your center. Again, softening those knees if you're really, really tight. And then walk your hands over to the side you were not previously on. Hold it. Take a second to feel, maybe this side feels a little bit different than your other side, but just hold it and breathe. Maybe you gotta soften the knees a little bit, that's fine. And then very slowly start to twist to open up on that side. So you're still pushing down through your feet, you guys. You're still nice and planted there. But it's opening up and twisting through your spine and breathing. Nice inhale, nice exhale. And you don't have to go quite so far with that reach up if it's not feeling good today. Another count or two right here. And then slowly bring yourself back on down. Walking those hands back into the middle. Bend your knees, do that little knee bend. Lift your butt up, drop your head. 2 more times just like that, you guys. Bend the knees. Lift your butt up. 1 more time, bend those knees. And then lift up the hips. And then we're going to come on up again. And then once you guys have lifted yourself up from this position, roll the shoulders back 2 more times forward. And then 2 more times back. And then let's bring across our body. Just the right arm to feel that stretch to the shoulder. Extend a little bit more over that side. And you guys look towards the hand that you're stretching through. So you're looking out towards where those fingertips are lengthening from. Try to pull back on that elbow a little bit more. And then you can twist through your spine just a little bit. So as you're doing this, when you guys add a little bit of a twist to that side as well. So you're going to feel from that hip, from that oblique, a little bit more in the psoas. And then you guys go ahead, take it center. Shake it out, and then bring the other arm across your chest. Just give that initial pull, especially if you're really tight up in here. All that stuff, we're seated a lot in the hips, up in the neck and the shoulders. Try to relax up in here. And then twist a little bit on that side. So as you're wrapping through on your waist, you're also looking in that opposite direction. A little bit more of that reach. If it doesn't feel good for you guys, you can grab closer down to your wrist to mess with it. We all feel different. But just breathe a little more in that twist for 3, 2, 1, bring it back into your center. Now you guys, bring your feet down so they're nice and parallel and even. I want you to think about your posture here. So as your toes push down, as your heels push down, we're going to clasp the hands in this extended out position, lift up, and then soften your knees. Let the head drop down, and then push through the tiptoes down. Think about that. Nice big breath in, big breath out. As your toes push down, the head drops down. Try to pull the arms and shoulders back behind you more. It's way too much, you guys. You don't have to go quite so far back here. You can even bend the elbows to modify, just trying to open up from the back of your neck. And then go ahead, slowly extend back down. Wiggle the toes out for a second. I know it all feels kind of weird and silly, but it's really good for us. Just that mindfulness where you're like, okay, where am I pushing from? Where's that tension? So 1 more time, you guys. Press through the palms. Open up and stretch those flexor muscles. Pulling back in. Push your tippy toes down. Once you've lifted up, then drop your head. Push down through the heels. Think about your posture as far as lengthening up through the backs of your arms as the head drops down. And now lift the head up. Try to stretch the arms out more, stretch the torso so you're really, really stretched out. Everything's pulling apart. As far as your arms, shoulders lifting, head drops down again. And then lift the head back up and then slowly let those arms come back in. Flip through the hands again. Open up your feet now. Toes push down, heels push down. We're going to reach in front and then slowly take it up and then over to your left side. After you guys are on that stretched left side, let that left hand drop down. You can open up and feel a little bit more of that reach. Should feel good to that side of your torso. And then switch over other side. Just bring that arm up and lengthen over that stretch. So getting from this part of your torso, opening up. Big breath in, big breath out. And then bring it on down. You can shake it out. Still a little shake out. And then we're going to sit down onto our butts. So you guys pop yourself down onto your tailbone. After you're there, also with that towel, if you guys don't have a towel, a pair of longer socks, that'll work fine too. But sit down on your butt. Or if you've got a resistance band, I mean, if anybody has one, use that. But we're going to extend out just the left foot to start off, or the right foot. You guys pick a foot. So one leg is extending out, the other leg, I want you to put your foot into it and then start to pull up and back down a little bit. So you're seated on top of your sits bones, and then you're just pulling back on that leg for 2, for 1, and then now you guys pull the knee into your chest. Start to pull back on the hip a little bit more, so you are creating a little bit of that traction to push back on the heel. And then extend, let that leg slide back out. See if as you're sliding back out, you can round a little bit more in your spine. So it's not a huge stretch, you guys. I just want you to think rounding in the spine. Maybe you can grip further down by where that ankle is. Maybe you can't today, and that's okay, but just hold it. We've got 6 more seconds just to hold, and then we're going to do the same thing on the same foot. In 3, in 2, and 1. So go ahead, lift up, bring that foot with you, try to feel that pull back from the calf, from the hamstring, and then just get a little pull up, and then a little drop back down to the hip socket. And this is what, in the tibial, Carly, I hope you're doing this one, but if you're not, it's okay. So the stuff that's kind of weird and stretchy on the shin, it's all connected in through the feet, you guys, so just think about trying to get the arch of that foot, pushing back, and then slowly bend the knee in towards your chest, so feel that hip pull back, a little bit more of that stretching as you tighten in, and then try to release it a little bit. You're really, really tight, you guys, just go slow. And then as you extend forward this leg, try to find that pulling and rounding up more of that C curve to drop yourself down into that forward fold stretch. And a lot of times we get down on ourselves. I think everything's pretty hard right now. So try not to get down on yourselves if your stretch day is like more like, I can't even do that. Just focus on lifting up and rounding through the spine and then dropping down as best you can. So you're relaxing the shoulders, just hold it. We've got another 6, another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you guys. Take that same leg, the one you just did, and then bring it over and across that opposite knee. Take your back hand, extend it behind you. So we're going to twist. As we twist, that shoulder's going to pull, and the opposite arm extended, and then stretch through that nice seated. It's like your spinal twist stretch, but I want you guys to try to feel from that hip pulling up a little bit more in the ITB band and in your back. I always try to get my back to crack. I don't necessarily recommend that. That's something I need to look up. I want to say, it feels good. I'm like, I don't know, but whatever. So you just twist it. Oh, hey, Mudge. Mudge is back in. Hi, puppy. And I know I'm annoying, you guys, but some of the ones I tried to save, I don't know if they're even working. So when I look at it in the video format, it's really different from, I think, when you're just logging on. But I tried to save the collection, so if you just want to do videos with a bunch of Mudge, I tried to save a whole section of them that's just Mudge, or like easier classes or harder classes. Alright, guys, and then go ahead, twist other side. Bring it center, and then take the arms up overhead, reach, and then arms are going to come out wide to your sides on this one for that single, double forward fold stretch of the body. And then we'll go into that other leg. So you can grab that towel again in just a second, but while you guys are in this one, try to think about your toes, pointing them down a little bit more, press the tops of your feet, and then try to pull back, flex. And if you've got your hands available to actually help pull back, that will feel nice. And if you're like, no, I do not, just pretend like you do, you guys, and stretch from the tops of those shins, stretch tops of your feet, and then try to pull back, pull back, pull back. And then go ahead, wiggle those feet, wiggle those toes, grab your towel, if you've got it, and then place it behind the arch of that right foot. So you're going to extend it up. It doesn't have to be quite so high as this, you guys, too. Just think extending up, and then you can pull back on it, feeling that hip lift up a little bit. Remember to breathe, too. Just, again, bringing your brain back into just moving your body, getting things going, blood flowing, oxygen's going there. Just breathe. And then very slowly start to bend that knee to come in towards your chest. Sometimes this hip flexor might feel a little bit like, just be easy on it, you guys, as that hip pulls back. Couple of pulls in. It's not like a ballistic stretch. I just want you to think a little light pull, and then extend, press the heel into that sock or that towel, and then very slowly, you guys, let that leg, like you're sliding out from that heel. As that happens, you're going to extend forward into that stretch, getting your lower part of your lower lumbar. Just stretch it out, you guys, as best you can. And breathe. Relax the shoulders. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out. Through your mouth. One more time. Nice inhale. Nice exhale for 6, and we're going to same thing one more time. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lift up, and now try to pull that hip and that foot up, and then just a little bit of that movement. It's not huge, you guys, just a little lift, and a little lower, and then we're going to slowly start to bend in that knee, pulling back from that hip, and just a little bit of light pressure to extend back. And as you're pushing forward, you guys, you can try to push your heel into that flex forward if that feels nice. If it doesn't feel nice, just focus on that hip, trying to open and pull back a little bit, and then extend it out. And for me, I don't know why, this hip's not happy today, and then extend it in front. Just reaching a little bit more forward with the crown of your head if you guys can. Trying to settle the shoulders down. And bringing your awareness back into the rounding of your spine, your lower back. Right here, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you guys. So this is now where you can take your towel if you want and kind of roll it up to put it underneath your lower back. If you don't have that prop today, that's also okay. But what I'm going to do is slide it right here, and then you'll have to adjust it. So you guys are going to lay down, or I guess if you have a pillow, like a light pillow, like this towel's kind of whatever. It's not great, but just a little bit of support. So once you guys have yourself laying down, I want you to put the towel, or imagine it's there underneath your back, so it's like your neutral spine. So that portion in class where I'm always like, push the hips down. But right now for stretching, you guys have a little bit of support here. Now gently allow the knees and hips to open, nudge is not into it, and then extend your arms all the way up to the sides. So you're opening up from the hips right here. Your back is lifted, and I want you to think about if you were to take your hand and kind of push up. So take your thumbs, literally push up underneath from your lower back to open up the hips a little bit more, and then you can relax back down. So the knees are gently opening. You're trying to open up, puff up the chest, puff up your rib cage, settle the shoulders down, push the soles of your feet together, and then exhale, let it go. We're going to do 2 more big breaths in. So you can close your eyes, you guys. Big breath in through your nose. Feel your chest puff up nice and light through the rib cage. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Nice inhale. And then exhale all that air, let it go. So the knees are opening up. If you feel comfortable taking your hands and literally pushing onto your knees a little bit to pry open the hips, go for it. If it just feels nice to let your hips do what they want to do. We've got another 10 seconds, so just breathe and enjoy this stretch. We're going to bring the knees back in together, and then we're going to sit on up and go to the other side. That right leg is going to cross over. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So gently, if you need to help assist your knees, pull in. You can pull one knee in, a little bit more of that stretch right side, and then pull the left side. Little stretch, pull in, and then we're going to come on up. You guys can remove the towel. You're done with it, and then just start to bring your knees into your chest, and then massage in and around, lower back, feeling good. That right side, little circle, and then take it to that left side, and then we're going to rock like a ball. It's a nice, really nice, nice way to get your spine kind of around a little bit more. So when you're ready, you guys join me. You need more time for those. You can go back and do it later, but start to think about rounding through your spine, pulling the abs in, and then once you come up to that seated position, we'll take and bring. This time it's the right leg over across. Just make sure you didn't do the same one you did already, and then take that back hand, extend it. You can kind of turn the fingertips in that diagonal direction, and then the opposite arm is going to press through, and then you will twist through your spine. It should feel a little bit nicer. And just breathe. So opening up from that hip, trying to push back on that knee a little bit more with your elbow if you can. Do a little bit more of that twist. It should also feel, if you guys can get it from the back of that shoulder if you're pushing the elbow. I mean, I don't want you to get hurt, but I do want you to feel a couple of stretchy stuffs throughout your body. And then go ahead, you guys, bring it back into your center position. Extend both legs out in front of you. Do that flex, pull back on the toes, and then point the toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then do that one more time. Pull the heels into that flex, and then relax the toes. Wiggle the tippy toes, and then we're going to open up the hips. I'm going to do this, you guys. Open up the hips so you're extending out into that nice wide-legged stretch. Oh, hi, Mudge. Mudge is like, you guys are almost done. And then once you guys are in that stretch, pull one of your heels in. Hi, buddy. This is the part where my students kind of need to see. Thank you. I mean, you guys know what it is. It's here. And then take both arms up overhead, reach, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then you're going to twist towards the leg that's extending out and try to drop forward onto that leg to stretch out that hip. So you're rotating through your back. You should feel a little bit of the work as you pull from that side of your waist turning in, and then just gently walking it out. Just reach, reach, reach. And then if you can, pull back on those toes a little bit. If you can't, that's also okay. Just relax in. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, sit up tall. Bring that right heel or whatever one you guys didn't do. Pull it in, and then extend. Lengthen out your other leg. Take a nice breath in. We're going to send the arms up overhead. Hi, bud. Mudge is really into this. Yeah, thank you. And then twist through. Hi. Okay. Thanks, Mudge. And then you guys enjoy it. Mudge misses you guys. I apologize. I didn't get him a bandana today. It's casual Saturday. I hope you're working out in your pajamas. Yeah. And then just hold it. Maybe it feels nice to extend through the toes to point it. We didn't even do down dog stretches today, Mudge. We'll finish with a down dog stretch. And then you can have a wonderful, I hope, a nicer Saturday. If you guys want to do more intense stuff, I've saved all the crap. You guys know, they're all in the videos. And then you guys go ahead, slowly bring it on up. Push both heels in. Just do a little bit of that leg pressure on the right knee. On the left knee, opening up the hips. And then we'll finish with a downward facing dog. Yeah. So go ahead, you guys. Bring the knees in. Flip over. Tuck the tiptoes down. Press the palms down. Lift your butt up. And then just try to open up the hips a little bit more. So you can push down to the toes. Just breathe. Let the head drop into your chest. You can pedal out one of those feet at a time. And then we'll start to walk the fingertips and hands back towards those knees. You're really tight in the back. You guys just do that little knee bend. Then extend. And let's start to round up through the spine, reaching up towards the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale. That's it, you guys. Your 20 minutes of stretching. You did it. And only mild Mudge pup wanting to hang out. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate you coming to class. I will see you guys on Monday at 4 o'clock. Go hydrate.